In 1899, a license to bottle a national brand would normally command a fortune. Coca-Cola sold that right for $1. Asa Candler chose to hand away the half of the business that touches every customer and keep the half nobody sees. Beverage assumed that dollar was a blunder Coca-Cola would spend a century unwinding. It spent that century defending it. And the half they refused to own is the half that made everything after it possible. You'd expect a company to grab that customer-facing layer. What Candler gave away barely mattered. What he attached to it did. 3 line items tell you how this was decided. Start with the room. 2 lawyers from Chattanooga walked into Asa Candler's office. Bottling was unproven then. A drink was something you had at a soda fountain, and Candler priced it like it. He signed away exclusive bottling rights across most of the United States for $1. He wasn't negotiating, he was declining. And the syrup price was fixed in perpetuity. Let me make the strong case against Candler before I take it apart. He surrendered the customer-facing half of a global brand with no way to reprice it. On a deal sheet, that is malpractice. And your syrup clause? That's what he kept. Bottlers had to buy all their syrup from the company and meet demand. So Candler didn't sell the business. He sold the capital requirement and kept the recurring line. Because bottling isn't a beverage business, it's an industrial one. Glass, plants, routes in every town in America. The 2 lawyers saw that immediately and sub-franchised to anyone who'd fund a plant. Nobody designed that network. It was assembled by people spending their own money. And the last piece? This is what tells you it was structural, not luck. Most founders keep the markup and eat the build-out. What Candler gave up was the markup on bottling. What he refused was the obligation to fund it. The dollar bought what the balance sheet never showed. National distribution financed off somebody else's books. Then, in 2010, the company bought North American Bottling back, owned the trucks, owned the plants. For 6 years, it carried exactly what the original contract had spared it. February 2016, it announced it would hand them all back, refranchising North America by the end of 2017. The stated rationale? Reduce exposure to low-margin, capital-intensive bottling. Asset light, owning less, earning the same. The transferable question is on your desk, not Candler's. Scale tested owning distribution for 6 years and chose to return to where it started. Every operator decides which half of their business somebody else should finance. So here's the bet I'd put my name on. The half that touches the customer usually eats the capital. Owning it feels like control, but prices like a liability. The next wave of asset-light restructuring won't announce itself as a divestiture. It'll arrive as a strategic partnership. Watch the language in the filings. When a company calls handing over its physical layer a partnership, that's a refranchising with better tailoring. So on the ledger, Coca-Cola's dollar wasn't a price, it was an option premium, paid to never own the trucks. What Candler never saw? The asset you refuse to buy can't be written down and can't stop you pricing the thing you kept.